Hello guys, this is Khaled from Quick Tech Tutorials, and today's video is about the tips and tricks for the Google Nexus 5. So here I am with you again, and the first tip that the Nexus 5 has an notification LED under the screen here. You can customize it with an app called Light Flow from the Play Store. So I will show you a test here. See, it's an RGB LED, so it can light in many colors. So the second tip, that you can take a screenshot at any time on your Nexus 5 with pressing the volume down button and the power button for a second. It will be saved to the gallery. The third tip is that the Nexus 5 supports the wireless charging built in the back. So if you have a wireless charger, you gotta put the Nexus 5 on it and it will charge automatically, but I don't have one. After that, let's take a look at the lock screen. So the lock screen have this button in the downside. You could press it and swipe up to go to Google Now, and you could swipe from the right to go to the camera, and you could swipe from here to expand the widget. You can add multiple widgets, but it's not enabled by default, so you should enable it from the security settings. Enable widgets. So here you have a widget. You could put multiple widgets, so I could put Google Now, for example. Expand it. So that's all for the lock screen. Let's go for the next one. The launcher. This is the Google Now launcher, which is in the Google Nexus 5. The Google Now has been linked with the launcher. If you swiped from the left, you go to Google Now, and if you said okay Google, but I will enable it. If you said okay Google, what's the weather now?
It's 29 degrees and clear.
So if you say okay Google in any home screen, it will open the voice search, and if you long pressed, you have the wallpapers. To change the wallpaper, you have the widgets. So the widgets is not in the apps menu anymore. You have the settings of the Google launcher. So that's all for the launcher. And there's another new feature built in KitKat. You can choose your default SMS app. It's Hangouts by default. The next one is the dialer. You have a new dialer in KitKat in Google Nexus 5. You can search for nearby hospitals and restaurants. So if you type pizza, for example, you will see the nearby pizzas. If you type hospital, for example, we'll see the nearby hospitals, but it takes time to load because according to your internet connection speed. So the next tip is that there is an new option in KitKat which allows you to choose between modes in the location, because most of new applications requires GPS. So if you disable it, you want if you disable it for saving a battery, you won't use these applications. Like Google Now depends on the GPS, so you could choose the battery saving mode, so you could make your phone last longer without turning off GPS. So the next tip is that there is a process state. No, not here. To see what applications and process stay in the background and use the CPU and the RAM almost all the time. So here I have the Facebook Messenger, average RAM use and the maximum RAM use, and also things like that. I can also show the system usage. Duration 3 hours one day. So this for people who want to know which applications works almost always in the background. So the next big thing is the art. This is a new runtime which compiles the application with a new type, not like Dalvik. So you could enable it by enabling development options from the about phone. Click that build number for 7 times, and then you will have a new options which is called developer options. Go to the select runtime and choose art. It should make your phone faster in some ways, because it compiles the code of the applications once you installed it, and keeps the code compiled. So if you open an application, it should open it faster than Dalvik, because Dalvik compile the code every time you open an app. Okay, so that's all for today, and see you in my next video.